1986, early in the season, Thames Valley were challengers number 3.
On his own, support from Brooke Cowden up towards the 22 as Cowden brushes away these rather weak tackles. And it's there again for the Auckland backs, and there's a big line up here. Sherlock through the gap. He's got Stanley with him. And here comes the first try of the match. There's Fox again. Sherlock. Stanley. And here comes another try. But Auckland still willing to run it even from these positions. Cooper with a nicely timed pass to Terry Wright, who clears away from the cover defence, comes across, does the cover defence in the form of Sylvester, but there's Cooper on hand. Stanley, no one seems to want to tackle him. Absolutely nobody. Joe Stanley says thank you. Fox, Sherlock, McCarhill. Auckland, who need 4 points for a new Ranfurly Shield record. They've got 9 minutes left to do it. This could well be it. The record try goes to Terry Wright.
Second opportunity for Frano Bodicka.
The second challenger of 86 was 2nd Division North Harbour. Led by Wayne Shelford, they put up a great show.
Eden Park erupts as North Harbour hit the front by 3 points to 0. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. So Auckland attacking. Jones to throw for North Harbour. More line-out ball for Auckland. Sherlock. Kurt Sherlock to the 22. Held up by Hayden. In goes John Drake. Auckland could desperately do with this one. Kirk Fox, the drop kick from Grant Fox. Auckland ahead now, 6 points to 3.
Then followed the only try of the game.
Taken in the back by the Auckland scrum. They've caught North Harbour out a couple of times. Here it is for Kirk. Back to Kerwin. Back to Kirk. First try for Auckland.
Final score, Auckland 18, North Harbour 6. North Harbour turned back on their first ever Ranfurly Shield challenge. Defence number 5, a sleepy Sunday after a test match and a challenge from Horo Whenua. Auckland rested some test stars and introduced some men of the future.
Bunce, McCarhill, Bunce doubling around, and fullback Wright comes onto the wing where he plays so much of his football, and that's good passing and support play by Auckland, in particular Frank Bunce, but the try scored by Terry Wright. Waterson, Brett Craze, Donald Lawson going back, the bouncer's favoured. Barrington, good tackle by O'Neill. Brooke Cowden, and it's Frank Bunce who gets the try. And there was a bit of bad luck, and there'll be a bit of sympathy for Horo Whenua as Frank Bunce scores his first try for Auckland A. Okay, Auckland have it. Andy Hayden swinging to Brooke Cowden. He has Barrington outside him. Waddell, the halfback, trying to catch him. So too is Harding. Hayden again to Craze, and Sherlock. Big ball out to McCarhill, and McCarhill runs in for his second try. And what a move that was by Auckland. Andy Hayden in it twice. So new man on the field for Horo Whenua as the game restarts. Hayden into McDermott. The new player is Tim Kirkup, number 20. There he is. Fadialopa stretches out and scores it by the post. Number 1, Peter Fadialopa.
Final score 82-6, Auckland scoring 13 tries in all. Next to Eden Park was Wairarapa Bush, who faced some thrilling Auckland backplay.
Stanley, straight through Joe Stanley. Another chance here for Auckland. Terry Wright's got plenty of pace. Too much of it. David Kirk has plenty of advice from players standing around beside him, and away goes Grant Fox. To Kerwin. Alan Wetton's there. There's a line-up. Gary Wetton. Fox again. And that's most appropriate. Grant Fox, who started it, has finished it with Auckland's 5th try.
Fox with 16 points today, and Wright and Cooper with 8 each.
Auckland backs into action again. Greg Cooper's run well on the line today. This is a good burst. Plenty of support here. Alan Wetton's there. So's Michael Jones. Bernie McCarhill. and he gets the try.
Auckland 50, Wairarapa Bush 7. Otago was next, defence number 7. Auckland 39 tries in 4 games so far in 86.
The big arms of Andy Hayden pulling the ball forward, passes it on to Gary Wetton up to the 22. Good support play here by the Auckland backs and forwards. Fox, Sherlock, no way through for Joe Stanley. Good support play, however, from Brooke Cowden on the 22 in centre field. Suddenly it appears that the Auckland team have switched on and come alive as Fox kicks for the corner. Kerwin giving chase. Yes! Sherlock the try. Well, Mr. Ducey was in no minds whatsoever. Kirk elects to take the short line out, the quick line out. Jones, Brooke Cowden, Sherlock. There's a line up here. Nicely timed pass to Kerwin on the 22. He's got Hamilton to beat. And there's some room here for these Auckland backs again. Wright, who's had a very quiet day, but now he's stretching those long legs of his. And the chase is on. Wright, Lewis is giving chase. Hamilton's trying to get there, but Terry Wright beats them all.
A 42-7 win for Auckland. Manawatu was next. They became another team to be beaten by the Grant Fox formula. Expert goal kicking, whatever the conditions.
And for the umpteenth time this season, Grant Fox raises the flags on Eden Park. And what has turned out to be probably the most miserable afternoon of the winter for rugby here at Eden Park. This match, which has been played in rain from the start, which has now been in progress 17 minutes in the second half. Sean Fitzpatrick inside the Manawatu 22, turned over nicely there for Kirk with the long pass to Fox. Sherlock, Makahu seemed to run out of ideas a little there, Bernie Makahu, when he got the ball, but however Auckland forwards still have it. Goes McDowell, picked up by Andy Hayden, and that's a try, I think, to Andy Hayden.
Auckland 21, Manawatu 0. Auckland looking like a happy team in 86, but was it all harmony?
I'd captained the side in 85, and then in deciding to go with the Cavaliers, and quite a lot of Aucklanders too, there was a rift developed in the Auckland team, and I was replaced as captain by David Kirk, and so the Shield defence has started with new captain and perhaps a feeling of a little bit of uncertainty in the side. Even though we had a tremendous amount of experience in the team at that stage, and we were able to coast pretty well, we were still a little bit fragile.
So 1986 for me was a really difficult year in terms of trying to hold the team together when you had different attitudes amongst the team itself, let alone in the public arena. But we did really well that year. We had some great wins in the Shield, and I think that was the setting of the Shield era.
Again they try, and again they fail.
Canterbury's challenge in 86 against a divided Auckland team was one of the great games of the whole era.
Post, they're only 10 metres away. Look at the strength of this man, Atkins. He's there, but he couldn't get it down. He just picked up an awful lot of excess baggage in the form of a couple of Auckland forwards, and he just carted them with him right to the goal line.
And this is what we're talking about when the All Blacks are playing against Australia, where Mike Brewer just didn't have this physical strength as Dale Atkins has off the back of the scrum. Now look at this man go. It's taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Auckland players.
The ball is loose right on the line again. Along it goes. There's a line up here. Taylor, he must be in. Yes!
The Canterbury challenges in the early years were something really special. And it was a sort of seesawing game of rugby where I think it would probably be only the last 10 or 15 minutes that we actually jumped to, you know, a handy sort of lead. But up until then, you know, with 20 to go, 15 to go, you know, it was touch and go and anyone's ball game. But two sides not afraid of each other, not going out to stop each other, but going out to imprint their own game plan on the opposition. And the result is, you know, a very good game of rugby.
Leads the charge. Kirk going on his own. A long line up here to Cooper to right. Must be a try. It's a better scrum for Canterbury. They're holding the Auckland pack this time as Green has come in from the left wing. Couldn't free his pass to Deans. Now it's out to the Canterbury backs. Bishop and Deans running through on his own. 15 metres short of the line as Canterbury mount another attack on the Auckland line. It's there for Deans. He's going on his own inside to Craig Green. Oh, what a great try! They found the way at last, and it was Craig Green, the man who scored 24 tries when Canterbury had the Ranfurly Shield, gets another. He's 40 metres from the posts. He's in centre field. He'll need a long, sure, steady pass, but no. Trying to catch that Canterbury pack offside as they march down ever closer to the 22. And it's there for Fox. Here it comes. The crowd will tell you. That must be the Shield game, surely. So Auckland again starting to move the ball a little more freely themselves now. Sherlock, no way past Hansen. John Kerwin goes in looking after the ball. They're only 15 metres from the goal line. We're into the last 40 seconds of this absolutely magnificent afternoon of rugby here at Eden Park. As the Auckland forwards march Canterbury back, the long pass to Terry Wright.
They challenged well, and it was a lot of intensity and a lot of feeling in the game, and I think it was mostly our experience that got us through that day. But we had some modest performances, but that was probably one of the best that we had that year.
I honestly didn't think they were good enough to take the Shield when they came back again. They'd lost some players from the previous year, and we were a stronger team the next year. I thought the team was continuing to build and grow. But they had a lot to play for. They've been quite built up in the media, in the press. It was a very physical game. I remember being trodden on rather hard, quite some distance from the ball quite early. But I thought we'd win that game. It was really the start of Auckland teams, I think, as they did over many years, absorbing pressure, sometimes even dropping behind, but then accelerating away with class and fitness in the last 20 minutes. And I remember that game being one of those.
The last Ranfurly Shield match of the 1986 season. 5 minutes underway. It's charged down. There's a chance here for David Kirk. The bounce was fine. And that's just the sort of luck that North Auckland didn't want.
The first of 4 tries in defence number 10.
Great Shield reign, and Auckland is getting it, and theirs.
It's like they all play with Beacon, so they instinctively know where each other are. Fox, quick hands looking for Kerwin. Kerwin manages to find a way through there and score the try. Personification of sheer strength. So the Auckland scrum, an ideal position to cash in on its power here. Over they go, and yes, a try, almost totally predictable, that one.
So the difficult 1986 season ended. Auckland may have had internal problems, but they were not reflected in the scores. 53 tries they scored in the 8 defences of 1986.